In the land of mighty kings and golden pyramids, a single cry echoed through the night. A baby's cry, tiny, yet powerful enough to change the world. This is the story of a child born in danger, protected by faith, and chosen by God to lead his people to freedom. Many years had passed since Joseph saved Egypt from famine. A new Pharaoh now ruled, one who feared the Israelites, for they had grown strong and many. In his cruelty, Pharaoh gave a terrible command. Every baby boy born to the Hebrews must be thrown into the Nile. The people cried out in fear, yet even then, God's plan was unfolding. In a small Hebrew home, a woman named Jochebed gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. She looked into his tiny face and knew this child was special, a gift from heaven. For 3 months, she hid him from the soldiers' eyes, every cry, every breath wrapped in a mother's prayer. But soon, she could hide him no longer. With trembling hands, Jochebed and her daughter Miriam made a small basket of reeds. They sealed it carefully with tar to keep it safe and dry. Then, with tears streaming down her face, Jochebed placed her baby gently inside. She whispered, "God of Abraham, please protect my son." As she set the basket afloat upon the Nile, she could only watch and trust that the Lord would guide the tiny vessel where no hand could reach. Down the river, Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe. As she walked beside the reeds, she saw a basket gently swaying in the water. She opened it and found a crying baby inside. Her heart was moved with compassion. "This must be one of the Hebrew babies," she said softly. Just then, little Miriam, Moses' sister, stepped forward bravely and asked, "Shall I find someone to care for the baby for you?" The princess smiled and agreed. And so, in God's perfect plan, the baby was returned to his very own mother, safe, loved, and protected. When the child grew older, he was brought to Pharaoh's palace. The princess named him Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of the water." He was raised in the palace as a prince of Egypt. But God was preparing him for something far greater. One day, Moses would stand before Pharaoh himself and lead God's people to freedom, from a mother's tearful prayer to a baby in a basket. God's plan was at work all along. Even when everything seems hopeless, His love never fails. When we trust Him, like Jochebed did, miracles begin to happen, because no river is too deep and no problem too great for the God who saves. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6.